Everybody, welcome to the Outlet Podcast channel. My name's Gazy. I'm the host of the Outlet Podcast, and this is an interstate highway. You can find me, my podcast, and my vlogs. My vlogs here on YouTube, my podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Blueberry, Google Play Music. Everything is linked in the description below, so we can just get together, connect, and recharge. Today, since I wanted to show you, I don't know how loud I have to speak, but I wanted to show you this highway, because I mostly do my vlogs. And I don't even know if I'm screaming right now. I'm thinking I might have to get a lavalier microphone for my cell phone. I mostly do my vlogs in my car because of the peace and quiet and the tranquility. Here, though, I'm surrounded by cars driving, and I got the wind blowing, and I got all the sounds, all this crazy stuff. And what it brought into my mind was the idea of Christianity, and this is where we need to be. Like, a lot of Christians, there are many Christians, and let me stop here. Boom. There are a lot of Christians who, when it comes to their faith, they don't like the noise. They don't like being around the noise. They kind of like being safe and inside their homes or inside their churches, with people who they know their testimony, their friends, and absolutely none of that stuff is bad. None of it. Actually, fellowshipping is very important for the Christian in general, and that's great. However, Jesus told us to go throughout the whole world and preach the gospel and share his message of salvation. Now, I'm not a perfect Christian. I don't think that if you meet one person who says they are the perfect Christian, then they're lying. Since I'm not the perfect Christian, I got to tell you, I do like that. But we can't be in that place of safety forever. That's the biggest thing. We can't be secluded. We can't guard ourselves from a lot of this stuff. Just go ahead and take a look at what's going on outside right now. I mean, of course, you have a lot of construction being done, but I'm not asking you to necessarily look at the construction. I'm asking you to look at the ugliness, look at the trash, look at the pollution, look at the man-made movement that we are doing in nature. I'm not saying that making roads is something bad. However, what I'm trying to allude is that we as human beings are trying to cohabitate in a place. And what we do as human beings, we try to make that place fit our standards. That's why you can have like 10 or 25 gated communities, and they all have the same ideology, but they want to offer different styles. That's what makes it weird. You want to coexist, you want to be together, you want to coexist, you want to be together, you want to fellowship, but then you want to isolate yourself. And Christ never isolated himself. Never once did he isolate himself, except if it were for prayer. And obviously, because he's just trying to talk to the Father and receive strength that he needed just as much as we need. My point in this, for all Christians, for all people of faith, and this is going to go up on my Solely and Holy vlog, is that you need to get your hands dirty, and you need to be in the world. The Apostle Paul says, be in the world, but not, Jesus said, sorry, I ask you of them who are in the world. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Jesus is saying something very provocative. He's saying, Father, my children, my brothers, they are living here, and I'm going to go be with you, but they're going to stay. So I ask you to protect them from the things of this world. Now, okay, if you're a Christian who's recovering from alcoholism, don't try to go even to a sports bar unless you've got enough fortitude and resisted strong enough that you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Most people, like if you're a Christian and you just broke up with, you just got your heart torn out by a guy, or girls, if you had your heart torn out by a guy, or guys by a girl, there you go, then just don't look to get into a relationship so quick. Take your time and guard yourself and protect yourself. However, we still need to be a part of this world. You can't be isolated in the church and try to protect yourself. No. The gospel is very reckless, and it asks for a lot of extreme stuff. And when you actually read about these people, for example, Philip the evangelist, he didn't just pop into a city and Luke started writing about him. No, he lived there. He lived, and people got to know his testimony. They got to know who he was, and then they could believe him. That's what God is asking us. It's not that you you tell your kids, okay, I'm going to take you to a Christian school because I don't want you to be exposed to public school stuff. No, it's about making your kids strong enough so that they can refuse the bad stuff in the public school. I went to public school all 12 years of my life, all grade school education. You got to be able to discern. You got to be, and the kids in themselves, they have to be able to say no to the bad stuff. It's not the parents' fault. It's something that relies on the kids. So, live in this world. Let me just kind of show you what's going on in my background. Right now I'm in the heart of downtown. That's the new Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center. Just live in this world. I'm not saying that there isn't bad stuff. There is bad stuff here. And you have to make the conscious decision to exclude it from your life. But be a grown-up already. Do it. Exclude it and move on. If you know that you shouldn't be doing something bad or watching something bad or listening to something bad, then just take it away. Because it's not edifying, and that's what God wants to do. So, I gotta keep on walking. My name's Gazy. I'm the host of the Outlet Podcast. Connect, recharge, and thank you.